Unacademy. Let's crack it.
This is a great myth, of course, and seeing कि all three of us are engineers, you can also say कि it's easier for engineers to get into CAT, but it's not. It's a myth totally, because whatever syllabus comes in CAT, right? It's basically anyone who has done 10th. After that, he or she can give the exam, right?
Now, all three of them spoke about academics and profile. And see, if a person doesn't have that engineering degree, what else do institutes look for when you apply to an IIM? So we all know that there is academics, जिसमें आपका 10th, 12th graduation का marks जाएगा. Then you have got your MBA so you've got your profile, okay? So now I would like to come over to this myth. Which is there in the market, that you need to have a humdinger profile in order to reach the top IIMs. भाई अगर मेरा profile इतना धाकड़ है ही, तो फिर मैं IIM में क्यों जा रहा हूँ? Why can't I go to Harvard or some other place and do my MBA from there if I can sponsor it? So that brings me, guys, to the next question over here. Is it necessary to have a great profile, or I should say a super profile, to crack IIM? This time I would like to start with Sankalp.
Definitely. So there are two vital parts to building a great profile. One is definitely your past academics, which when I say academics, that means your marks in 10th, 12th and your graduation. So that is one thing which is definitely now not in your control. The second part is your extracurricular activities. So that is something which is, say for example, in your graduation college you have been part of some cultural committees, or there are a lot of fests being organized in multiple colleges. So if you are somehow associated with that, so if you are an MBA aspirant, there is a high possibility that you are still in your last year or second last year of your college. So try and get a little bit of involvement in those activities, not just for a certificate but definitely for the experience that you will get once you are involved in that activity. It will not help you get an interview call, but if you do get an interview call, during the interviews you will have something fun to talk about, something which you can explain to the interviewer passionately.
So what was that element on your CV when you went for your interviews?
For me, I had been a part of multiple things. In my graduation college, I had been doing photography, I was a part of the placement committee, and then I was the core organizer of the fest. So I had a lot of things to talk about. And one interesting thing, in one of the top MBA colleges interview, when it started with some of engineering questions. Though I had prepared a lot for them, but they were too tricky for me to handle, and I sensed that this interview is not going in the right direction.
So you saved your day by taking them in the direction of the things that you like.
Exactly.
And all, okay.
So they came up with that question, that what else? So I told them that sir, I do photography, and I was carrying some of the photographs that I clicked in my profile, like in my folder. And they say that okay, we will love to see it. And once they saw those pictures, and one of those pictures also got selected in a photography fest organized by Canon. So that was something which kind of changed the course of interview in a positive manner for me.
समझ ही गए होंगे आप फरहान कुरैशी idiot से. Okay, so that is something that saved your day. Okay.
Yes.
What else do you have to tell us on this particular thing?
I think that's all. So do not care too much about your academics. That is something which is there in the past, which is already done. That is something which is not in your control. Coming to the second part, do kind of get involved in some of those fun activities, some of those societies, some of those events, so that you have something to talk about in your interview, so that you are confident in your interview. And that's all. Focus on your preparation, focus on scoring best marks that you can, and if you are working hard, then definitely you will make it to your dream IIM.
So Sakshi, sitting as pretty as a princess, now it's your turn. So what was that on your CV which helped you impress them? I mean, since we are talking about this myth, how important is it to have a great profile? What helped you?
So before answering your question, I'll add two more elements to what makes a good profile. So as he said, extracurricular activities. Now he talked about positions of responsibility, that you participate in fests and various events that are happening in your undergrad college, right? So apart from that, you can also be involved in sports. So that is one thing. So I know a lot of people who have been playing sports, as I mentioned earlier as well. I am the one who has been a sportsman since my childhood days. So that also helps you a lot. So even if you are a part of your college sports team, or maybe you are playing something on a professional level, so that is also something which is going to help you. Now you must be saying that, no, I am not into sports, I've not been playing. So one more element that you can explore is doing internships. So I think internships also play a very vital role when you are in your undergrad college and are preparing for CAT. So you can explore internships in various areas of management. For example, if you are enthusiastic about marketing, you can probably look for an internship in a startup, or maybe a relevant internship which would align with your future goals. So one thing that you can explore is, yes, doing internships in your second year or third year. I don't think that there's a lot of pressure in your undergrad, so you definitely can explore that path. That would definitely help you in building a good profile. Now if I talk about myself, yes, I have been into sports during my undergrad. I'm a national level table tennis player. I'd like to mention that. So that was something which was a talking point during my interviews, and that definitely gave me an edge, not because of the certificate, but because of if you are a sportsman, you gain a lot of skills, and that is something that builds you as a person. So that really helped me. Apart from this, yes, I did 2 internships during my undergrad, which definitely helped me in aligning my goals, and which also helped me during my MBA. Once I was into an IIM, it also helped me during my MBA to actually explore into that field further. Apart from this, yes, I'd also mention that 10th and 12th marks have been in the past, but you can still work on your graduation marks. Try to focus a little more on academics. Try to have a good pointer, probably an 8.5 or a 9 above pointer if you can, because I'm assuming that most people would be in the second last year, or probably the last year of their graduation. What has been done, but definitely there is that one last leg that you can you can push yourself a little harder and get your grades a little better if they've not been that good so far, because that definitely would matter.
Okay, so Kaustav, what do you have to say?
Well, it's almost everything has been said by both of them, but I would just like to add a couple of points. So in a good CV, so the main thing, right, like marks. So marks and your CAT score, I think these two are more like a screening process.
Right.
They will take you to the interview, right? So having good marks of course helps. If by any chance you don't have that great marks, try getting good score in a CAT, and these two will land you to the interview. After the interview, what things, like they said, you should have. So I think what the interviewer is trying to gauge is, have you done something that you are interested in? Can I talk to you about something for the rest of the interview session? If you have that present in your interview, that will work for you. It can be sports, it can be extracurricular activities, hobbies. So for example, it was photography for Sankalp, it was table tennis for Sakshi. And coming to me, so I was an aerospace engineer, as I mentioned earlier. So it's a little bit weird for people ki you have done an aerospace engineer degree, why do you want to do an MBA? So that was a great, I knew that that question was going to come, and thankfully because of that I was well prepared for it, and I started my talk with that. And later on I came to my hobbies. So like her, I also like to play sports. I have been in all my school and college football teams and basketball teams, and in general I like playing sports. And as hobbies, I didn't have that much, but so I never took the conversation that side. So, yeah.
So you took the conversation mainly towards your aeronautical engineering and sports, whatever you had. Okay. Yeah. So did you continue playing those games during your 2 years at IIM Ahmedabad? Sahi suna aapne. Right. During those 2 years, did you do that or no?
Definitely I did. I couldn't have survived without playing sports there.
Okay.
I know it's a little hard. I mean, you all know how hectic it can be.
People don't get time to sleep. This is what I have heard. I mean, एक city bank है, the city never sleeps, and एक IIM है, the IIM never sleeps. So how did you manage to take out time for this?
Maybe. It's never the case that you don't get to sleep. You can manage, and many people do manage to sleep for at least 6-7 hours. And I know it'll sound a lot, but yeah, you can. I have seen people who actually slept for 8 hours and did well. And for me, I made sure that I play at least for an hour every day. Be it football, be it basketball, be it table tennis. If one day I didn't go to play for an hour or so, next day I couldn't feel. It wasn't myself. I wasn't myself that time. So yeah, if you want for anything, be it sports, be it extracurriculars, anything, you can take time even in IIM Ahmedabad or anywhere.
Okay, so it's all about making time.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we heard it from them. So I would like to say something over here when it comes to profile. I feel it's important, but don't make it like something that is the only thing that you need. You can't be a Superman. You can't have good academics, you can't have a great profile in terms of extracurricular, co-curricular and all. हॉबीज भी बहुत सेंटिलेटिंग टाइप्स होने चाहिए, सब कुछ नहीं हो सकता है आपके पास. सर्टिफिकेशंस भी कर लिए, लाइक क्लास में मेरे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, मैम कितने सर्टिफिकेशंस करूं, ठीक है, मेरे पास अभी 6 महीने हैं, कितने सर्टिफिकेशंस कर लूं. भाई 6 महीने में आपको कैट ही प्रिपेयर कर लो, बिकॉज गाइज they are going to look at the CAT percentile, that's number 1, academics number 2, and your profile, that's overall profile. आपने extra curricular, co-curricular, hobbies क्या कुछ आया है उसमें, skills, skill upgrade and all. So basically what we are trying to say is a little bit of everything is fine, but then don't get obsessed with this thing called certifications and आपका जो internships चल रहा है, and this is what is happening in the market today. Okay, everybody is obsessed and there is this rat race going on. हर MBA aspirant को internships टाटा 8-10 कर लेने हैं, ठीक है. Do not waste your time and energy on those things, even if you have 1 or 2 things on which you can talk. Like I like the point what Kaustav said, that the interviewer wants to understand, can I talk to you about something for the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes, conversation कर सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते, do you have anything in your life worth talking, right? So it can be your academics, जो मेरा नहीं है, ठीक है, इनमें से सबका होगा. Anyway, coming to the next thing, photography. Any passion, anything that you do with like due diligence, it can be photography, it can be anything, it can be gardening, it can be reading, you can be an avid reader, ठीक है, ये हो सकता है आपका. It can be a sport that you play. उन दोनों के केस में, साक्षी और कौस्तव के केस में टेबल टेनिस एंड फुटबॉल एंड ये सारी चीज़ें थी मौजूद. So anything that you are passionate about. Otherwise ये नहीं हो रहा है तो do one certification course, और certification course भी कैसा, not irrelevant, बस कर लिया, वहाँ जब वो बात करना शुरू करेगा इंटरव्यू, you don't know anything about it. So my point is, do only 1 or 2. Let's say you do on data analytics, let's say you do on Excel, let's say you do on trading. These are the things that are so much in demand these days. तो भाई बस इतना कर लो, CAT का percentile अच्छा ले आओ and just stay relaxed. That is the big thing. Stay calm. How calm were you guys during your preparation days?
I think so. When I started my preparation, I realized the importance of being calm, because you could have prepared very well. If so, my mentor told me that if I give you this CAT paper and you are sitting at your comfort of your home, you are definitely going to solve much of the questions. You'll be able to crack CAT right now without much of preparation. But it's also about practice and the calmness that you bring to the table during those 3 odd hours of the examination. So for me, I started yoga. Every day I started at least 20-30 minutes of yoga, and I considered it as a very important part of my preparation, my overall preparation. And that helped me a lot. Again, going with an example, when I started with my quant LRDI section, the most dreaded one, for the first 15-20 minutes I was not able to solve any question, and I had jumped from one set to the other. At least 3 sets I had gone through. But then that calmness helped me. I thought that okay, let's get back to the strategy, let's solve 1 or 2 questions from each set, and that is what I did, and I was able to get through that section.
Okay, so calmness I'm sure helps you So instead of chasing these things and getting all flustered with these myths, हमने अभी 2 ही किए हैं, I'm coming to the next one, hang in there. So instead of getting flustered with all these myths, it's better to just stay calm and like he suggested yoga or maybe any other thing that helps you soothe your nerves. You can go for a walk for that matter. Now guys, you know what, before I take you over to the third question, पूछना है ना third myth भी तो इनसे. But before guys I take you over to the next question, I have got something for you.
Okay.
Are you up for it?
Definitely.
कुछ करते हैं थोड़ा सा, कुछ तूफानी हो जाए. All right. So, okay. Now, for all of you who are wondering कि ये है क्या, ऐसे ही थोड़ा सा मस्ती करते हैं. बीच में बहुत देर से इनके फंडास सुन रहे हैं, है ना? So we are done with 2 questions, 2 myths. Okay. Now, this is called decode this. Okay. Since you guys are like very sharp, देखते हैं कितने sharp है ना guys? क्या कहते हो आप? चलो, okay. So we are going to do this decoding thing. Okay. And I have got one question for each one of you. I'll give you an example. Let's say I'll give you a term. So let's say it's global warming. Okay? So I'll give you the clues. Now, global warming. All right? So the clues are like this. Glow is shine. Okay? Ball is, it's in your ball, something, it's in your coat. Okay? So you have to decode that. Okay, what is in your coat? The ball is in your coat. War is, big battle is war. Okay, and then Chinese dynasty. So that is Ming. Got it? So this is like just an example. This is what is going to come your way now in the next 3 minutes. So get ready for this. And these 3 terms, like one each, these terms are related to MBA. Like, you know, everybody knows these terms these days. So start किससे करें?
Ladies first.
Nice.
Right. Okay, chalo. Let's start with you. So, the first set of clues for you is not night. That's the first one. Not night. Okay? Next. Half ratan. Okay? Third one. Old Indian coin. A very common word. Old
Why
Indian.
are there so many words?
No, these are the parts into which that term has been broken down. Okay, so I said the first one is not night. Keep doing it with me since you're not writing it down. Not night. The second is half ratan. Okay, the third is old Indian coin. Just keep coming up with these words and you combine them together, you get the word, the term. The fourth one is full bruise. Abhi half ratan tha, abhi ye full bruise. BRUCE. Okay, and the last one is check marks. Check marks.
I think this is getting difficult.
I think we should definitely solve it together.
Yes.
All right, chalo, theek hai guys. So the 3 of them want to do it together. All right, fine. Let's see a group effort. Okay, chalo, theek hai. Once again, I'm giving you the clues.
Yeah.
So the term is related to MBA. It's a trending term these days. Okay, and the clues are not night.
Day. Let's
Very
go with
good.
day.
Okay.
Very good. This is how you start. Very good. The second one is half ratan. Come on.
Tata.
So half ratan, I said.
Ta.
Very
Ta.
good. I like that.
Ta.
Very nice. So now you
It's
can
data.
Very good.
Data.
The third clue is old Indian coin.
Anna something.
You got it?
Anna.
Lovely, lovely,
Anna.
lovely.
Anna.
Yes, yes.
Data
yes.
analysis.
Data.
Have you come?
Okay.
You
got it.
Very good. So the term was data analytics, but they said data analysis. I'll give it to them. So teamwork is good. I'm sure you're learning this over here. आगे IIMs में भी आप यही करिएगा, you know. Tell your professors we want to work in teams. जैसा इन लोगों ने यहाँ पे चालाकी की है. Okay.